This year, after last year, and remembering what happened at Daytona where I was fast, lap time wise, but I couldn't beat anybody from the chicane to the start-finish line, I had to figure out how am I going to fix this. Quite a few changes were made. Ergonomics were changed. The fuel tank, the seat position, you know, foot pegs, a little bit of aerodynamics. Each one of them played a role. The guys working on the engine to get a little bit more power or just move the power around in the range so that I could get more efficient acceleration, start earlier, whatever it might be out of the bike. I wanted to play my role. I'd been paying attention and watching that I was just heavier than everybody else. Josh Herrin weighed less with helmet, boots, leathers, back protector, and all that. He weighed less than I weighed in my underwear on the scale. These guys are spending all this money and time trying to make this bike better, lose weight. You know, our bikes were 20 pounds heavy for a year. I said, I better do my part. I talked to Technique and got my leathers made, you know, out of kangaroo and a bit lighter. Better, you know, lighter suit, still had good mobility, things like that. I got Jeff Lee at Asphalt Gas to make me lighter knee pucks, smaller knee pucks. I didn't wear them out for half a season, so guess what? I can run some thinner ones, smaller, more aerodynamic, lighter gauge leather, silly things like that. It's like cycling, right? Grams, right? I had always used Daytona as kind of a kickoff into my hard training, so I didn't burn out too early in the year. And this year we decided, you know what? Forget that. We're gonna show up at Daytona about as lean and mean as I can possibly be. And I showed up, you know, 7, 8 pounds lighter than I ever had shown up before. So all of a sudden, my bike is 6, 8 pounds lighter. I'm with my suit on another 10 pounds lighter. Made a big difference, and it showed as soon as we started going around the racetrack. My fitness level was good, and I felt better, stronger, more prepared, and more professional than I had shown up in Daytona in a long time. And again, rolled out on the racetrack on the very first session, and it showed. I haven't been in a gym in over 8 years, since before I ever met Melissa. The big thing about the cycling, gives you the ability to lose weight, build your aerobic structure and function much, much better so you can recover from the time that you do spend on the motorcycle quicker, and you feel good after 3 days on Sunday afternoon. But I think probably the bigger reason cycling has become such a mainstay of motorcycle racing training is because it's such a small range of motion. We can do it with most any injury that we've ever had to deal with. The early days were riddled with a lot of injuries. Here I am in my early AMA career trying to ride. In my right hand, my throttle and brake hand, my 2 brake fingers work really good, but the rest of my hand was pretty weak. Melissa broke her tib fib. She was back on a bicycle with a rod in it within 2 weeks, keeping her aerobic fitness up and actually getting out and moving around and being outside. It's aggressive, but the range of motion was pretty small. The stress and strain on the body is fairly low, and it just allows us to get back out there in a competitive way and know that we're working towards something, and there's some big value in that.